player who makes some interesting choices, but I don't think one of them is starting out on Dreamland against Michael. And here we go. Bobby instead this week giving his Falco a try against the frightening Puff. So let's see what he's able to do with him.
Yeah, right now it seems like he's opting to use a lot of auto-cancel bear to kind of control space, which makes sense. Like, you don't want to break out of CC % or like try to get her in a grab. Ooh, that was really risky, but yeah, it's always tense. One thing about this matchup too is like, if you can get Puff like in knockdown, she's actually pretty bad. Like her tech roll is quite bad, so like you can kind of start to chase her and then like kill her pretty early. But again, you need to set up those situations. Like right here, just goes for the forward smash.
Yeah, and Bobby very much not known for his passive lasers. He really enjoys doing those up-in-your-face lasers and edgeguard lasers, but he's definitely going to need to do that here, whether he likes to or not, to help rack up this percent here. And it looks like he's done a good job at winning neutral enough to get to the point where one of these strong hits near the edge is going to do it, and Bobby takes the first stock.
Yeah, I actually really like what I'm seeing. He is being quite patient. He is like trying to just sort of get that chip damage. I think one of the dynamics with this matchup that I really believe is like Falco like has like 20 better options in neutral than Puff, but like he can just die so easily and it takes so long to kind of build up the damage and like just chip away the entire time. So like he's making, taking the best, you know what I mean? Like he's trying to do his best to get the chip damage and it's working out pretty well.
The thing that I'm definitely concerned about that kind of is on that similar note, and I speak about all the time with this matchup, and Spaces in general against Jigglypuff, is that it's easy to follow, and some nice edge cancel stuff from Michael. It's easy to identify what you need to do against Puff. And it's another thing entirely to be patient enough to not only do that for game 1, but for game 2 and game 3 and game 4, and when you get rest, not move too fast and kind of get out of that game plan. Like something like this could happen. I don't know if Michael's going to
really great slide out there though.
Not able to turn into a stock, but Bobby, I'm concerned just maybe based more on the persona and what I've seen of Bobby's playstyle of if he gets up throw rested or he just stops being patient for that 1 or 2 seconds, it might be the set for him. But now looking pretty patient and pretty solid, continuing to hold on to the lead.
I also think that, like, patience isn't the only thing. Obviously, you still have to, like, pressure. It's kind of similar to, like, the spacing of, like, just making Puff not feel comfortable because, like, she can kind of just shove back airs at you all day, and it's really hard to actually get in there. So if you're, like, you want to be really mindful of spacing. Look at these dares. It's building up so much damage.
And like you were saying before, putting Puff into that knockdown scenario, and if Bobby's able to get that deck chase just racking on the percent all the way up here to 85, should be able to get back. Interesting opting for the up B, but it worked out up until the point that it didn't in the SD.
I actually like that choice, though. Honestly, like, he was trying to just trade stocks there, and I, like, respect to try to just get a lead and push the lead. Obviously, it didn't end up working out, but, he tried to make the most of the opportunity.
All right, now here's where it could get real bad. A very scary percent to be a bird, but an even scarier percent looking to be a puffball as Bobby's held on to the lead every stock down the line. Let's see if Michael's able to do what Michael does in last stock scenarios, or Bobby's able to win his first game in 3 sets that these two have played.
All right, let's go. You gonna get a dare? No, yeah, just playing patient, building up damage. Yeah, I really like what I'm seeing. I think it's like the right way to approach the matchup is just like, okay, I'm gonna win neutral a bunch, and as long as I don't give him like kind of either make a mistake or like force a situation, I should be okay because my character is like generally a better character.
All right.
So, and he's doing that. That's the stock though.
Oh no. We've seen this so many times.
Definitely, it is really stressful, especially like as the Falco.
I think if Bobby loses this game, I want to have hope for him to keep going on in this one, but that's going to be a hard breaker.
That would be the set, yeah. Oh,
especially after seeing his boy lose and then throwing away. Okay, but he's got it. He should have it.
The turnaround back air was really good. Just like run off, turn around
back
air, and that's it. Yeah.
First time in 3
that's
sets.
Definitely, it's like you're saying, really going to set the tone of the set, saying I can win this, I can play patiently, I can do it, I'm not going to mess up. And going back to Battlefield, interesting, we saw this before with Michael. All right, not a great start.
Oh no. Their first match was to give him false hope.
I honestly like it.
Yeah, but
Handful.
yeah, really, really good stuff from Bobby in that game one. And I think he could definitely, if he continues playing that patient, be able to bring this one back. But I'm afraid. Okay, let's just hope that rest doesn't get to him from the jump.
I feel like it already has a little bit. Like I'm seeing a lot of, sort of frustration.
Mm.
I think I would certainly be very frustrated in this situation. And like, this is the thing is, even though, the character has like really solid neutral, when you're down like this, you feel like, okay, I gotta make a comeback. Cause like, that's how your character plays against spacies and stuff, right? You're like, gotta just get like a crazy combo and then I'm back in it. That doesn't really work against Puff, so you have to play like just very, very differently. Good shield though.
All right, nice shield pressure there. Gonna be able to get back and get those jumps. Yeah, that was a very aggressive down air. I'm not sure what Poppy is exactly searching for there. Lots of down airs here.
Yeah, he's essentially just making it hard for him to get back into center. But one of the things that I think you can actually do like a similar style to, where you're like playing a bit more risky, is like you could be a bit more aggressive with your edge guards, just because like, yeah, you do need to make it back in. And so if you could get like an early kill on Puff off stage, it might be worth it.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Still got because of that rest in the beginning of the game, still got a big catching up to do here from Bobby. But okay, we're seeing him not revert, go back to that patient style we saw in game one, and this game two might be a wash, but hopefully that is not a sign of the momentum. Yeah, Bobby still got something in the tank here.
I think also this is like a really stages matter in this matchup quite a bit too, because Yoshi's is just like a really, really strong counter pick for Falco. That should be interesting that he doesn't go for the reaction tech chase stuff. I guess it's just because it's net play.
Yeah, and with this big a lead, he probably just wants to make sure.
I don't blame him, honestly. I think you want to just preserve your stamina, just say, fuck this game, I'm probably not going to win.
Yeah, no, I definitely respect it. We're going to go with the Yoshi's, like you're saying, a very polarizing stage with some of the nice kills off the top that Bobby can get here. But as been talked by commentators ad nauseum in the era of HBox, Yoshi's for spacies against Puff is not super great still, because Puff can just back air wall a character off stage.
Yeah, well, it's because you're so close, you can set up situations where you can't kill them. Amazing. It's a reset. That was so smart. No way is Michael expecting to SDI up there. Really, really smart.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, okay. What's he gonna get?
SDI away.
Okay. It's
should be it.
It's only 3 stocks apiece, and it's already so tense.
Yeah, no, the entire set feels tense. It's just tricky. But he can do stuff like up tilt shine and get back into it. So like I said, this is the kind of stage where comebacks are much more possible. Good crouch cancel as you get out of the corner. Great gut up attack.
Okay.
Oh, no back here. Yeah, I feel like I'm watching where they're playing just so tense. You're just sitting there being like, okay, who's gonna get the amazing DI by Michael though? Bobby actually spacing really well, so when he makes these kind of movement mistakes, he's still at a point where he can kind of quickly buffer a roll and get out of there. So really good on him, and creating these kind of lanes in the center of just full hop aerials that he can't quite penetrate.
Bobby doing a great job. In the last game, it really felt like he was just exclusively using down air. He's going to die here. But Bobby doing a great job mixing up, approaching on the ground, approaching with Nair, approaching with Bear, approaching with Dare too. Keeping Michael on his toes, not going for the same option. And up smash out of shield, just barely going to have Bobby living. Laser Nair, nice.
I thought that would kill. Yeah, just obviously as a soft hit, but still, that'll kill for sure.
Ooh, no random.
Yeah, so up tilt at this point will kill. So you can kind of be, or you can just do an air and challenge them. Really, really important there. He's opted for that a couple times to escape invincibility. It seems to be working out for him.
Found on shield. Yeah, and like we were saying about the things that Puff can still do on the stage, even though it's great for Falco to get those kills off the top with shines and up airs, Puff can just carry you away, never to be seen again.
That's it.
Oh!
Oh!
All right. Bobby gets a little bit more than last time, but Michael being very aware of what he needs to do, getting the slide off. Okay,
Shine.
Jump too early.
Messes up the jump pivot, I think, yeah.
Both these players kind of
Yeah,
dropping some of those could have been stock ending punishes.
Yeah, he's doing a pretty decent job of the defensive game too. Like sometimes he'll enter a situation and he'll quickly like hold down to sort of prevent him getting popped up and getting an easy rest. So like, I think he has some knowledge of the matchup, but it's just still so tricky. And that's gonna be it.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it's Bobby who played those hundreds and hundreds of sets against Jerry at locals, learning and grinding this matchup away. It might feel like a little bit of deja vu for him, finally getting in the net player. Yeah, and we're going back to bats. Interesting.
I think the reason he did that is he just wasn't getting those early kills, so he probably figures, you know what? Why don't I go to the stage where like I was winning? Yeah, that is an amazing trade there, and you're feeling really good if you're Bobby. Just don't lose the stock is all you're thinking.
Yeah, this extra space, like I was talking about earlier, Bobby performs really well on Dreamland in a variety of matchups. Bobby, counter to what you would expect, performs really well with this extra bit of space that he really didn't have on Yoshi's, and putting together some real nice combos here in Battlefield 2. Bobby having a new
oh my god, that shield drop
life
up here
here.
was so smart.
Yeah, shield drop up here was sick.
Yeah, no, it's exactly what you're saying. Like, he's, like, controlling space well, he's moving well. I think he actually does think he can do this, which is a really important part of any... Like, if you want to win, you gotta believe in yourself.
Oh my god.
Still has quite a big lead, though, and, like, can put on pressure.
Oh god. Don't let Michael do it. Nice.
Good call out of the pound.
Oh. Up smash?
Cancel up smash.
Nice.
Not something you see every day, but very solid kill option.
Oh.
Again, we're seeing how like Falco really can control the air quite well because his full hop is so quick that he can just like move up and down the platform so easily. So it isn't easy for Puff. Like I think, you know, if you're not used to the character, you think it's quite simple, but again, it's like one wrong move and you're dead. So does get some percent though.
All right, we're at another break point. Bobby can't be losing the stock early. Nice read on the forward smash, and we might be going to a game 5. Unless Michael does what Michael do.
Exactly what I was saying though, like, you know, knockdown and Jigglypuff, like you can chase her with a forward smash. Her roll is like really terrible.
Yeah.
It's a really good knowledge to like just go for the risk like that.
Yeah, Bobby's been doing a great job in all of those scenarios, hitting that pretty much every time, getting those follow-ups. Bobby wanting to get out ASAP, using whatever option he can and not getting rested there, even though it might have been definitely precarious for Michael to end up to go for a rest there if he doesn't get a star K, which I doubt he would at that low percent.
Yeah, like right now, Michael feels like it's like he's fishing, but he's kind of like safe fishing. You know, he goes in and like throws an up air in a space that if Bobby enters, it could lead to a combo. And if he doesn't, whatever. I wonder if you just run off stage and try to pound him.
Ooh.
Double pound? Or double, when I say pound, dare, yeah.
Puff dice early, man. I don't know what else can we say. Oh, Bobby taking a brief moment. I think S-Pop might be playing another set. That's probably what Bobby's going to do.
Like, I'm like, you gotta go watch his boy S-Pop in the amateur bracket. So.
All right. We're going to game 5, a complete change of character from what we saw in their last 2 sets. Untitled 3, Bobby got swept. Last week, Bobby got swept, but now maybe he's got the code. And I do really like, we talked about it a lot in the lead up, I really do like the Falco a whole lot more against Puff here. And I expect we're going to head over the Dreamland. I don't think Michael, as much as he likes Battlefield after losing 2 games this set on Battlefield, I don't think Michael will opt to head over there.
Yeah, I think it's a very solid stage. I think like Falco's laser game can be really, really good on Dreamland. Like he can camp you quite effectively. And I feel like Bobby has kind of shown us like that he's like pretty knowledgeable about like baiting out Jigglypuff in the air. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. I could see him, like, I'd be surprised if he didn't go to Dreamland in spite of all that, though.
Yeah. And that could potentially be scary. I'm curious what Bobby is doing, icing him out. Especially, like, even if I don't think Bobby's purposely icing it out, but he had that momentum from that last game. Him taking that much of a break might be a deterrent against him. Okay, we were talking about going over the Dreamland. Game 5, winners finals. Bobby versus Michael, an Untitled classic. Let's see how this one resolves.
Yeah, especially we might actually see the first win from Bobby here, so super, super exciting. Looks like Michael's going for an early pound. Would like to see kind of an open up and maybe get a quick lead like that second game, but he doesn't let him have it, and he's using the lasers really intelligently.
It looks like both these players realizing the importance of this Game 5, taking it nice and slow. Bobby doing a great job using these lasers, like I spoke of earlier in the set. Bobby not super well known for running to the corner and shooting some lasers, but he's definitely capable of it.
Just barely misses that dash attack. Really good awareness, though, that as soon as he threw that down air, he was DIing hard right, and he didn't let him get the follow-up. Like, he's reacting really intelligently and really quickly, so, you know, I'd like to see more of that from Bobby because it's really helping him stay in this series.
God. And even though we're 5 games deep, these two players still feeling out each other about what they want to do in neutral. Michael getting the upper hand so far in this 5th and final game.
Yeah, he's not really able... I think he's kind of giving up center a bit too easily, but, like, you know, finally does have center. Let's see what he does with it.
God.
Good light shield. Oh, just reads the roll.
Does have a jump. Trade's nice, but just a consolation prize as Michael moves into taking the lead in this Game 5.
I think this stock is basically everything. Like, if he can just clean it up quickly, you know, he's in a really, really good spot. But if Michael can kind of push the advantage, it's just so hard to kill Jigglypuff at this percent. Like, you need to build up another 10, 15. That's not going to do it. No. You could probably get her to about 130 in down tilt, but, like, those opportunities don't really come up. She's always in the air, so it's tricky. Would need, like, another 20% probably for up tilt to kill. That should do it.
A little bit of trade there, and we're pretty much even, 3 stocks apiece. Whew, I believe this is on pace for timeout. 2 minutes of stock, yeah. That was a very long first stock from both these two. I doubt they'll take it slow enough to get to that point, but we're going to have to wait and see.
I've been going for a lot of these full hop lasers. It's kind of interesting. We'll just do a full hop laser in, like, middle of the platform, in the middle of the stage, and then kind of retreat, full hop laser. It's interesting.
Ooh.
This is crazy. They're, like, both calling each other's position out and just barely missing. Like, they'll, like, go for a read and like, on the roll, and he'll just be just a little bit out of the way, or he'll, like, think he's coming in at this moment and he's not. Has an advantage here, though.
Wild so many times. They're both hanging out on the sides of the stage, and they'll attempt to fight each other in neutral, and then they'll kind of reset or swap sides and just run it again.
Yeah, like, we even saw that there where, like, Bobby got the nair, and then he, like, buffered roll immediately back. So I think he, like, didn't really have confidence. Ooh, great DI mix-up. This is where you really want to close this out.
Oh, no!
Oh, my gosh.
Okay,
He doesn't grab the ledge.
Everything's fine.
Loses his double jump. Does do the upbeat in the center, and it doesn't actually get him punished. Reverse bear. Really solid.
Down here from the ledge.
Yeah,
a little too aggressive. But Michael's going to continue to hold on to the lead. Bobby taking a moment to collect himself. Hopefully that doesn't come to bite him in the butt as we're, again, kind of on pace. Going 2 minutes of stock for a timeout.
Just hoping he'd miss the tech there to get, like, a forward smash or something on a reaction. Does take back center. Probably going to use, yeah, the full hop dares again. Full hop bears.
A lot of rolls and spot dodges in places. Not a fan. Ooh!
Misses the DI entirely, so he almost died, but it does look like he's still alive. Oh, great call out,
forward smash. Oh, God. The march continues. Oh, my God. This is tense.
It's actually a really good set, though. Like, I'm really impressed. Like, this is, if you told me this was Bobby, I'd be like, really? Like, he's not forcing things really at all. Yeah, just, like, really good nair up tilt.
Got another scenario. Okay, now Michael's gonna get to the ledge, no problem there. Ooh, Bobby approaching him at the ledge. Okay, eventually turns out in his favor. Okay, now I don't like this. He's going back to his dare only mode.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to kind of lock him out. Like, he'll do a full hop dare, and he's saying, like, run into my aerial if you can. And it has been kind of working out so far, so I can see why he's continuing to do it. But you just don't want to pressure shield too aggressively. You more want to use it as a spacing tool. Oh my god. Like, it's like they both punch each other and just barely miss the air. Like,
ooh, a very unsafe laser, but he gets out of there scot-free.
these buffer
Power
rolls, it's
shield
like...
bear? No.
It's like they both have a getaway driver. They like do a little punch, a kick there, and then they disappear. And it's like, oh my god, just finish it, man! But it's really like setting an interesting pace for the game.
God.
I think Bobby is opting to just laser to build a bit of percent because it starts to open way more options where you can just get a straight hit and kill them. Like 158 is quite high. You could up tilt here, I think.
Ooh, sneaks a bear in.
Again, opting to attack from the ledge. I wonder if Michael will kind of download that and shield next time.
This is Michael's first stock deficit of the entire game here. Bobby pulls into the lead. Game 5. Uh-oh.
Like right in the roll. Oh wow, what a call out.
Oh, Bobby needs to get from the ledge. Okay, he's back in the corner with a small shield. We'll use up B to wait it out.
Oh, he's being so patient. I'm actually loving this. Like, he's just really not forcing anything. He's just looking for any percent he can get. Goes in the center for the 4th time. So, yeah.
Michael's going to pick up on that one.
Great double side B.
Oh,
one of the nice things, though, is, like, because Puff is grounded, like, you don't have to worry about crouch cancel as much, but, like, obviously if she's in the air, so...
We're shorting.
Okay. This is
Here we go.
Really tough.
Minute on the clock. Bobby's got a 20% lead. Game 5. Will all this
so tense. The whole game has been so tense.
Will all this patience turn into a win for Bobby, or will Michael clutch it out? Oh God.
Oh, God. Every neutral interaction is just giving me anxiety. Every second. Oh my God. Oh my God.
He can't keep getting away with this.
Oh, that was just so brutal.
Well, GG's to both players.
You know what though? Like, really huge props to Bobby. I think like I think you look back at that set and it's not a win, of course, but like he was doing so many things well. You can see like my hair is all like fucking I'm literally sitting here like, oh my God.